sitting on your butt, feeling like a weenie. But now it's 5:30. It's time for a martini. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our Kiki, the 5:30 Quarantini. It's Monday, and we're back. Hi,
we
Dills.
are back. Hey, Michael.
Happy Monday. Happy hour.
Monday.
How are you? What's going on?
I'm great. I'm cutting a mango currently.
Oh my goodness. What foreshadowing. I can't imagine what's upcoming today. I was going to say, how was your weekend? But we were together for all of the weekend.
The whole entirety of the weekend, yes.
I'm getting quite sick of you, honestly. But
I can't stand you either. No,
it's a Monday at 5:30, which means we are obliged to be here because we wouldn't want to let down any of our viewers.
Right. The weekend was great, though. We had such a wonderful time fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom. Marching some more. And when we were done with that, we went back and we marched. My legs are tired, but
yes.
But what a good time. Actually, hot take, I didn't even get to tell you this before we went live, but Dimitri, who is one of the founders of Claim Our Space Now, who we were marching with on Saturday. Hot off the presses, is going to be our guest here on the Quarantini on Thursday.
On Thursday. Great.
On Thursday, yeah. I'm
Perfect.
so excited. He'll be the last face we see before we go into 4th of July weekend.
Correct.
And I'm so excited about that.
That is exciting.
Speaking of guests, I am so pumped for today's guest.
Yes, it has brought back Cruel Intentions musical into my life.
I've been listening to 90s pop music all day. I'm like so ready to pop and lock and jam and break. He's a favorite of mine, and I'm so excited that he is going to be joining us today.
Same. I mean, I just met him today, but I can't wait to drink this drink.
I see some people are arriving. Hi, everybody who's joining. And once again, if you are here at StreamYard for the first time since we moved over from Instagram, we don't know you're here until you comment. So go ahead and drop a comment. Harriet, welcome to the Quarantini. I know you're coming to us from across the pond, and we're glad you're here. And of course, the Broadway Wiz is here. She's already dropping some Mean Girls trivia in the comments for me. Apparently, I didn't know about some line changes on the road, but we're going to find all about it today because our guest today... I'm so jazzed about. Our guest today toured with Cruel Intentions, the 90s musical of my favorite cast recording ever. He's
just the boppiest of shows.
Just the boppiest of shows. He is currently, we say currently on this broadcast because we believe in theater, and it'll be back someday soon.
Next year.
Currently, he stars in the Mean Girls tour. He plays Jason Weems, and he also plays Aaron Samuels and Kevin G. Let's take a look at our guest today, David Wright Jr.
You are desire when I say that I want it that way. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
Come on, you better riff.
Come on.
Oh God.
Hi, David. How are you?
Video. I'm good. How are you two?
Oh my God, I'm so good to see you, and I'm so happy to see that video, which I had to dig out of the dark corners of the internet.
We watched it before you got here, David. Yeah, we were watching it before you got here today, and I was like, God, I missed that show. Like, I just want to go back and see it over and over and over again.
It's such a good show.
It was so fun.
It is such a good time. I went all the way to New Jersey, right? Is that where I went? I went to New Jersey,
yeah.
to see the tour because I liked it just that much. How are you? Where are you coming to us from today?
I am so good. I am in Gainesville, Florida. I am at my sister's place.
Is this what they do in
Florida?
Gainesville?
The Gators.
Alligators.
Go Gators.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cute. It's raining here today, but usually I am laying out on a little lounge chair in the backyard or just, chilling. It's been wonderful.
So jealous.
So jealous.
You were on the road with Mean Girls when all of this went down?
Yes.
And how
we were.
Where were you?
We were in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
So, Yeah, so I was about 4.5 hours from my sister's place and
Great.
had never been here. So it was everything shut down. I just hopped in the car and drove up here, and I've been here for 4 months.
Just a little extended stay, a little pool time.
Hey,
everyone was
it's great
just
to
like,
see her.
yeah, everyone was just like, I'm just gonna go away for like a few weeks. Yeah. And really, it's like, just 9 months,
Brenda, how long have you been gone for? 9 months.
9 months.
All right. Well, we have a lot of catching up to do. I'm so happy to see your face. But before we get to all of that, she's empty. So why don't you tell us what your drink of choice is going to be for happy hour today?
Please, please, please. Okay, so one of my favorites, Grey Goose vodka.
Classy.
It's a must. So, and then I got a little mango and pineapple mixa that we're gonna put in there. Maybe few little different fruits. I like
you have some mixed berries.
Mixed berries and a little tonic water.
Oh, come on, work.
Hey, I love some vodka, so, it dulls the senses. It brings down, if you're a little anxious person, it's great for you.
If you're living through a global pandemic,
try vodka.
Try vodka, great. That sound effect. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ice in mine because I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Great. And how much, how do you measure this pour out? Do you just follow your heart?
I follow my heart.
Great.
Whatever she says. So we're just going to have a nice little heavy pour in here because why not?
Oh, wow.
Well, come on, fancy cup. Is that a goblet?
Was a pour.
She's a little goblet.
Love.
Yeah, she's a pour. I mean, I'm just going to be sitting in this house the rest of the day. I'm not trying to impress anybody but you two, so.
Same.
You don't have to impress us. You've already done that.
You do not have to impress us. But also, Michael, I think you forgot one thing that just happened.
Oh, we do have a name for that.
That's called the Danny Quadrino pour alert.
When you just kind of close your eyes and pour and pray. That's a DQ pour around here.
I know you just got to feel it out. Just let it go. Let it go. I'm going to pour some of my mixer. I like my drinks to be a little bit on the sweet side. That way it surprises me. So I almost topped it off. Maybe a little bit too much. I'm going to.
All right. So I'm going to put in a little bit of the pineapple juice. Great. And then I have all these I got a mango in my market box. So I'm just going to put some in there. It's very juicy.
Come on, mango. Yep. Drop some raspberries and blueberries in here, and we are ready to go.
I am slacking on the garnish front, but my heart is with you, though. I'm ready to go.
Here we go. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Happy Monday. If you still subscribe to Days of the Week, it's a Monday, so welcome back.
Today is a Monday.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Apparently.
Oh, yum. That is exactly what I wanted. It's like brunch all over again.
It is like a brunch.
Yep, light. Sensible.
God, remember brunch?
I do remember. I really miss brunch.
Brunch was like the one thing that I always could count on in life. And now
when we started quarantine, my boyfriend Chris and I were doing like different breakfast on the weekends. Is like as like a way to mark time and make the weekend still feel special, like to trick our brains. And we were like, we're going to do brunch. It's going to be brunch. It's just like not the same though. Like you can cook whatever you want. It's not the same as like going to the festival of brunch somewhere out in wherever you are.
Right.
Oh, the festival. I think that's what I miss the most is just being able to go out with my friends and just, let loose and just get lost in that friendship. Just that sense of like community is So it's wonderful here, like getting to spend time with my sister, who is a fierce cook. I had no idea she could cook.
That's
so
great.
You want to talk about brunches? I'll wake up some mornings and she's already got like French toast. She's like, she's ready to go. She will look up anything and just go for it. So I've been blessed being here.
Oops, not that. Don't look at that. But I read on the internet somewhere today that you are also a bit of a chef yourself.
I do love cooking. Yes,
you do love cooking.
I love cooking.
Have you been cooking in your quarantine vacation home?
Yes, quite a bit. Growing up, our parents used to ask my sister and I to cook for them every so often. So it kind of just became a thing for us. So yeah, we've been looking up quite a few recipes just for fun. I tried it. Surprisingly, I'd never made fried chicken by myself before. My family had made it, but I had never done it. The concept of it seems easy, but it's not. The first time I did it was terrible. And then the second time I was like, okay, we missed a whole entire step that my sister corrected me on. She's like, you gotta let it marinate overnight for at least 24 hours.
You gotta brine the chicken. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Which I was like, I'd never done the research on it before. I'd always just had it presented to me.
Yeah.
So
I've never attempted to fry anything at home just because I'm a little, like, I like to cook, but I'm a little klutzy. And so, like, with hot oil, boiling oil in the kitchen, I just don't know that I trust myself.
Yeah, it's a lethal sport. Frying anything is a lethal sport.
Yeah, I believe that. I was cooking a lot in quarantine. I still am, but like I definitely have burned myself in like many places from like oil or just like forgetting that like pans get hot when you put them in the oven.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my quarantine life is I've just been burning myself a lot. Never the food, but the stuff, the pans and myself.
Hey, beauty is pain, and that goes for the food as well. If you want it to be beautiful,
you got to work for it.
You got to work for it, honey.
Oh God, it's so much work. I'm also like going into quarantine now. I've been like, is this how many dishes a normal person makes like when they're at home? I've never seen more dishes in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I concur. Yes,
it's insanity.
David
makes me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. What does it make you?
No, it just makes me.
Dishes.
My sister and her friend call me housewife or wifey because that's all I do here. I'm just constantly cooking and cleaning for them, and I'm like, this is what it must feel like to just be a stay-at-home mother.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Not an experience that I am made out for. But anyway, when we were going to build today's game of the day, I looked through some culinary trivia. I looked through some 90s trivia, and then I just decided, why not take the gift that was staring us right back in the face? And so today's game is, of course, Mean Girls Trivia. We're going to test your knowledge specifically of the Mean Girls movie. Now, this is not trivia about the musical, which you currently appear in. This is about the movie. And as always, since I built today's round, Dylan hasn't seen it, which means he can play on your team. He's a tool for you. And wonderful. Also, you have the whole audience. So people in the audience, if you think you know it, they're like 13, 14 seconds behind us, but you'll see them start to pop up in the comments, and you are welcome to take their word, or you cannot. But they are a resource for you. So, where shall we begin? I mean, let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. I should also mention, if you get the answer right, you will hear Alex Newell riffing, and if you get the answer wrong, you will hear something else. So that is how you'll know how you're doing. All right.
Okay, all right.
Let's start at the beginning with this question. What is the opening line of the movie Mean Girls? It's multiple choice, so I'll give you 4 options. The opening line of the movie Mean Girls. Is it A, I guess it's natural for parents to cry on their kids' first day of school? B, this is your lunch, okay? C, I know what you're thinking. Homeschooled kids are freaks. Or D, hey, it's me. Which, if you get the reference, I'm thrilled by. But if not, it was a Broadway smash hit musical called If Then.
Yes.
It's
me.
I was living for that line read too.
Except for Michael, you were wearing glasses in that one. And
I'm supposed to be Beth, not Liz, or Liz, not Beth. All right, so again, this is the first line of the movie Mean Girls. It's either A, I guess it's natural for parents to cry on their kids' first day of school. B, this is your lunch, okay? C, I know what you're thinking, homeschooled kids are freaks. Or D, my family is totally normal. D is, hi, it's me. I changed that. It was an ad lib. I forgot I changed it.
And the answer is B.
I see some people in the comments agreeing with you, and sure enough... You are correct. It's B. Caddy's dad says, this is your lunch, okay?
It's pronounced Katie.
Here we go.
Katie,
Question. The score is you're winning. So far it's going great.
So far you can still sit with us.
So far you can still sit with us. All right.
God, if we did this on a Wednesday, it also would have been perfect. We would have had the theme of pink too.
Could have all worn pink. All right. What inspired Tina Fey to write Mean Girls? Was it A, she was pitched the idea by Amanda Seyfried, who would go on to play Karen? B, a self-help book for parents? C, an 80s cult classic film titled Wannabe Queens? Or D, she based it off a musical of the same name?
I'm trying to remember. I know this answer too. I think some of it is based off of a book that she had already read, but also some of her own life experiences. I really should know the answer to this one.
Again, we're asking what inspired Tina Fey to write Mean Girls. If you're in the audience and you know the answer, help us out. It's either A, she was pitched the idea by Amanda Seyfried, who went on to play Karen. B, a self-help book for parents. C, an 80s cult classic film titled Wannabe Queens. Or D, based off of a musical of the same name.
I think it was a book.
I think it was a book about parenting.
The Broadway whiz Joy is here. She tends to agree with you. And of course, that is correct. It was a book about parenting. It is based off of Rosalind Wiseman's best-selling book, Queen Bees and Wannabes, Helping Your Daughter Survive Cliques, Gossip, Boyfriends, and Other Realities of Adolescence.
Okay.
I bet that's a great book.
Sounds like a real page turner.
Sounds like a great... a real page turner.
All right. Score is 2 points for you. So far, so good. Question number 3. Why is Gretchen Wieners so rich? It's either A, her grandparents were oil tycoons. B, her dad invented toaster strudel.
Whoa, say that again.
Hold on.
It's okay.
I just had to.
You don't have to English today. Maybe
I had to clear
tomorrow.
the voice.
It's okay.
A, her grandparents are oil tycoons. B, her dad invented toaster strudel. C, her mom comes from royalty. Or D, she's not rich. It turns out all of her clothes are stolen.
That's another
Toaster
movie.
strudel. It's toaster strudel. I know the answer to that.
Yes, you nailed it. Her dad invented toaster strudel.
Duh.
Oh my God. Our opening night in Buffalo, Megan Masako, who plays Gretchen in our tour, some fan of hers sent her boxes of toaster strudel. And then opening night parties we go to in different cities, they'll have platters of toaster strudel just because of this fun fact.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It's great. It's great.
And how delicious is toaster strudel?
It actually is really, really good.
I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things, and I'm going to go out and buy some right now.
I don't know that I've ever had toaster strudel.
Michael.
I don't know what I'm missing.
It's like a puff pastry with I normally get the apple ones, and then you get to draw a design with frosting on your breakfast.
Isn't it? But it's like a Pop-Tart. Is it a Pop-Tart?
I mean, because it is has fruit in the middle and is breakfast.
Okay.
But it's very different than Pop-Tarts.
Interesting. Maybe I'll.
I think she's bougier than a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like a fancy.
Slightly.
Well, it's like a fancy breakfast.
Well, I guess maybe I'll have to try a toaster strudel at some point. Who knew?
Yes. Megan Masako, if you're watching, there's your next victim. Send it to me.
I can't wait. You can send them this way. Moving on. Question number, I don't remember what number it is, but it's okay. Who is Katie named for? The character of Katie, who is it named for? The options are A, Tina Fey's neighbor's dog. B, a drag queen from Tampa, Florida. C, the assistant director of the movie. Or D, Tina Fey's college roommate. And also, while you're thinking about that, Aaron Albano, former guest of the show, says if you leave the frosting packet on the toaster, it melts the frosting perfectly.
Okay.
If I knew how a toaster strudel worked, I would probably agree.
Oh my God,
right.
Michael.
That question is brilliant.
The question, if you're in the audience and you're just tuning in, the question is, who is Lindsay Lohan's character, Katie, named for in the Mean Girls movie?
Is it the answers again?
A, Tina Fey's neighbor's dog. B, a drag queen from Tampa, Florida. C, the assistant director of the movie. Or D, Tina Fey's college roommate.
Do we have any answers out there?
I feel like it might be Tina Fey's roommate from college.
That's what I wanted to go with, too. Someone's saying neighbor down here. Her neighbor?
We have a vote for neighbor in the comments, but you can either take it or leave it. This is your answer.
Let's take it. I don't want to be wrong.
Let's take it. Let's go with neighbor. Let's, trial and error.
You're going to go with neighbor.
No.
Was it college roommate? Was it college roommate?
And of course, was college.
Dylan, I'm sorry we should have with you.
No, I'm blaming Joy in the comments.
That's okay. We are a shame-free broadcast. Everyone is allowed to get involved.
Okay.
It was not neighbor. Okay.
It's not neighbor.
We have 3 left, and you've only gotten 1 wrong, which means you're winning.
We're not doing that.
You're doing great. And here comes your next question. How old was Lindsay Lohan when the movie came out? Was she A, 17, B, 16, C, 18, or D, 24?
She was young.
She was young. She's only a few years older than me. And I was 13 when the movie came out. So that does not help at all.
Thanks, Dylan. Thank you for that.
She was definitely in her teens.
Was I 13? No, I was definitely in high school. What year did the movie come out, Michael?
That was not part of the question. I also don't know the answer.
Oh, it's 2004. It was 2004.
I want to say
so
she
I was 14.
17. Was she 17, Dylan? Are we going to go with that?
3 years? I think she's a little older than me.
I would say don't second guess the guest. Let the guest go with the guest's gut, I would say.
Okay, then 17.
Is that what you're thinking? A, 17?
I'm going to say 17.
Yeah, she was 17 years old when the movie came out. Baby Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan has had a life.
Yeah.
She's really had a life.
Yeah, how wild is that?
Wow.
Yeah, 17 years old. Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, what was I doing when I was 17? I was like playing Marcellus and the Music Man at like the community players. Like, not quite the same.
17.
We could be 17.
I was Sid Sorokin in the Pajama Game in my high school.
Work.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, it was.
So go ahead, Lindsay.
I mean, it was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
But yes. Mm-hmm. All right, we've got 2 more questions. I'm going to go with this one next. I'm pretty excited about this one, but it's pretty nerdy. When Aaron asks Katie to come to her Halloween party, she starts to say great, but then quickly switches to the word cool, creating the word gruel. What is that blending of words, i.e., mobile, hotel, motel, breakfast and lunch, brunch? What is that blending of words called? Is it?
That's not Mean Girls trivia, but go on.
This is Mean Girls adjacent. Is it called A? And these are hard to say. So, is it called A? Siphon language. B. Portmanteau. C. Onomatopoeia. Or D. An interrobang. Whoa, nerdy question. So this is we're asking about it's a I don't know, it's a part of speech.
A combination of 2 words into one.
It's either siphon language, portmanteau, onomatopoeia, or interrobang. What is gruel?
It's not an onomatopoeia, is it? What is an onomatopoeia?
I don't think so. I mean, none of these names spark joy as Marie Kondo would say. None of them spark joy for me. What did you say? I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, Joy is saying it's a portmanteau.
Joy, your guess is as good as mine right now, so I'm gonna go with that
All
one.
right, it all rides on this, because if she's right, we forgive her for the bad answer earlier. But if she's wrong, that's 2 in a row. Is the answer portmanteau?
A portmanteau?
Portmanteau is apparently what it's called.
Up that definition after.
It's I looked it up for you. That's it. It's when it's the
It's
blending.
gruel.
Yes,
It's gruel. You look it up. It just says gruel right there in the dictionary.
Oh, yes.
Example.
Okay. Look, I learned something today. I learned something.
There you go.
That. The more we know.
I love that.
You're welcome.
This is
All right.
great.
Last
Thank you,
question.
Michael.
Last question, only because this one tickles me as well. What object does Damien get hit with while he's singing Christina Aguilera's Beautiful? Is it a jockstrap, a tomato, a can of tomatoes, or a shoe?
A shoe.
It is a shoe.
They took that scene out from the musical, and I wish it was in there.
I wish it was in there too.
Same.
But also,
It's so good.
now that I'm like a fully grown queer person who's been to a gay bar, I'm like, someone threw a shoe at him, which
That means you're doing a great job.
anywhere else means you're nailing it.
Right? I was like, he was slaying. He was slaying.
He was just slaying. And
Like
it
a
was so
full
motivating.
Jennifer Hudson, like.
And do you know who throws the shoe? I actually know it because
Who is it?
It's Jason Weems.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, in the movie, Jason Weems throws the shoe.
Oh my God. So it would have been you had it ended up in the musical.
That
It would have been you. I don't know. You guys, I'm drinking and everything's great. I'm very warm. But yes, this has been Mean Girls Trivia, and I'm going to officially say you slayed it. You win.
You really did.
You really, really.
We slayed it, y'all.
Congratulations, David. You can sit with us.
We slayed it.
Nailed. All right. Well, we've been asking everybody this next question who comes on. By the way, Dylan, this is episode 92. How insane is that?
Wild. It is
Wow,
absolutely
y'all have been
wild.
busy.
We have been busy, but it's also it's been fun. Busy, kind of. 45 minutes a day while we do nothing else with our entire lives.
Yeah, why not?
But we've been asking people this question. What is something, in this crazy time that we're living in currently, what is something that has either been bringing you joy or keeping you going or like helping you get through the day? Other than Grey Goose.
I just was like, I'm just gonna start making myself another drink because it's that kind of
Right,
day.
as you should. I am feeling this, a strong pour. Your nap is coming after this.
I can't nap after the Quarantini because if I nap after the Quarantini, I'm done.
Well, then it's tomorrow.
Then it becomes tomorrow.
See, I'm terrible. The quarantine has messed up my sleeping schedule, so I'm up till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God.
See,
honestly,
Yeah,
that was me in the beginning, and now I'm up every day at I was up at 7:30 this morning.
No.
We marched 48 miles the last 2 days, and I'm literally I'm ready to go, start my day. No, go to bed, Dylan.
No,
Stay
absolutely not.
asleep.
I slept like a proud rock last night. It was
I'm sure.
I was like, we did it. I'm done. I was out cold. Anywho, back to the question at hand. Something bringing you joy or keeping you going in this crazy time.
Well, my favorite thing that I've been doing is I enrolled in a few acting classes with some friends.
Oh my gosh.
So a lot of these studios now are doing these virtual Zoom acting courses, which are great. And it's so much fun. So I was taking a method course at the Lee Strasberg School.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah, it's fun. And then, work on your craft. Why not? And then taking a course at HB Studios right now.
That's so awesome.
That's amazing.
It's fun. Pushing myself. Why not?
Good for you. That's amazing. I think a lot of people a lot of people who come to New York don't necessarily realize that like once you start booking shows and once you start working, like the work, this is like so, the capital W work is like not done yet. So it's like, it's awesome that you're like still in class and like still making stuff work while you're on layoff from your national freaking tour of like a smash hit musical.
I mean, the work is never done, you know? We always have room for improvement, like always.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
That's awesome.
It is 6:01, so just cheers because we're officially at the after party now, FYI.
Cheers.
If we're at a regular bar, that's when the drinks become full price again.
This is when the drinks
That's why I got this one in right before.
This is when the drinks become full price and they let the DJ turn the music up like 30 more notches.
Oh God,
you're like, I gotta
go.
go.
That's the worst. And you're like, oh, I guess I have to go to bed now.
When I was younger, when the DJ would kick the music up 30 notches, I was like, it's time to rage. Now I'm like, oh no, it's time to leave. Like,
yes, this is when we now go home and then drink until later when they turn the music down.
I have to go home. I've got Hoarders to watch. There's a new season of Queer Eye. I simply couldn't be here.
Has either of you watched that new season of Queer Eye? Because I have not.
I'm halfway through.
I should get back into that.
Oh, he said time.
Joel Torre says, yeah,
Joel Torre, time for bed. It's true. It's true. Oh God, I just got another. Okay, so I started. There's this app that tells you when it's going to rain.
Uh-oh.
And I just got a aerial flood advisory has been issued, ending at 7:15, and then a lightning strike alert.
Please welcome to the stage, Ariel Flood. She wears a red wig and some seashell bra, and she just lays on a rock.
And she just sings "Rain" from Once in the Silent.
Honey.
I love her. I will be at her show when we reopen bars.
I will be there.
Between this mango that I'm eating and cutting, and the mango and the drink, and the Alex Newell riffing so much, we are basically in another revival of Once in the Silent right now.
Oh my God.
Alex Newell.
And by all means, please, another revival of Once on this Island. Like, let's just bring back last year's revival. Just gone too soon.
I'm sure there's still sand in the Circle in the Square Theater. So
y'all, and that tour was so beautiful. We saw it when we were in Chicago.
Oh,
they
you did?
invited the Mean Girls cast to come see them. And I am heartbroken that their tour closed early because of this pandemic, because that tour was spectacular. And I saw it on Broadway too, and that cast was spectacular. Just that show absolutely needs to come back. Absolutely.
I'm like usually not a show repeater, but I think I saw Once on this Island like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Like so when they did the tour, David, did they they loaded into a proscenium, right?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. But they still had, even though it wasn't in the round, and I love a round theater is just so intimate, but they still had the audience up on the stage.
That's awesome.
Even with the proscenium. And it still had that same feel of, you know, that inclusivity of like having everybody, you know, being immersed in the world. It was so beautiful.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh,
that's great.
I wish I had been able to see that on tour.
Same.
Well.
My girl Tatiana from college, she was in it on tour, and I'm sure she was unbelievable in the show. But maybe you should find Bootlegs Are Bad, but bootleg of that.
Yeah, but bootlegs are bad. We don't know.
Bootlegs are bad, but I would watch it.
But maybe
if you gave it to me.
We'll see.
Listen.
When I went to see it, the coolest thing for me was when I went to go see it in Circle in the Square. We were standing room, which is like, first of all, what an
so
easy
fun
show! What an easy show to stand through. 90 minutes, and it goes by that fast. But we were standing in the back where the cast makes their quick changes.
And
so like they would just come up the VOMs, like pull clothes off the wall and like change costumes and go back to the stage.
This
is wild. But also by the end of the show, there was so much sand in all of the carpeting. Like you could see where the actors had like run through the lobby during the show to like make an entrance, because they were just like leaving trails of sand everywhere.
Especially when you're dealing with I almost said wet snow, wet sand. Like, as someone who loves the beach a lot, the worst part about going to the beach is getting wet and then having to deal with sand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wondered that all the time, especially with Haley Kilgore's role as T Moon. Just like
were you just covered?
because your entrance was through water, sis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how was that quick change afterwards? I want to know.
Yeah, it's like the women who have played Elphaba always joke that like 3 months later they're still finding like green behind their ears. But like I imagine that Haley's wardrobe was just full of sand, like probably still full of sand.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. Positive.
So,
yes.
I believe it.
Oh my goodness. Before we can let you go anywhere, the other question I have for everybody, just because this too shall pass, not that we want to rush any of the healing that this world is going through, but if and when, things start to get back to normal, what are you looking forward to? I know these are the hard-hitting questions.
Yes, no. I mean, I'm really looking forward to performing again. Truly. It's something that I feel every performer is going through the same exact thing because it's our outlet, it's truly, it speaks for us as human beings. So just being away from a show for this long and not being able to go just take a dance class, because Zoom is one thing, but still the energy of being in a space with an actual vocal coach or being in the space with, other dancers in a room, or being in the space with, taking an acting class with other people. It's so different and it's magical, being with other people. So I miss my cast a lot and I cannot wait to just get back on the road and perform again and, share this message with Mean Girls. Yeah, it's been a great year, but 2020 need to fast forward now. Let's get to 2021, right. Please and thank you.
All ready. And speaking of your castmates, that was going to be my last question of the day, but backtracking just a moment, because in my dramaturgical deep dive into you today, while I was looking up what I could torture you about on the internet, you also have, in addition to performing, singing, dancing, riffing, you have another talent. I'll call it a talent, although like passion talent that you carry out on the road, which is you like to hide behind things and then scare your castmates. How? And you have yes, and it has its own Instagram channel. Tell me about this.
Hold up. What is it?
It is called, and it is also from Mean Girls, Boo You Horror Series. Please go follow it because I still have a plethora of videos that I have not unleashed yet. Danny Wade is my next victim.
I'm following.
Hold on. I'm going to put up a banner. It's at Boo You Horror Series.
Yes.
At
Boo You Horror Series. And the tagline is, raise your hand if you've ever felt personally victimized by David Jr. Wright. One.
Yep. Is this a long time passion of yours, scaring people? What?
Yes. This started, I would like to say it started when I was a child with my sister, but it really started when I worked for Disney. And I did Phantasmic for Disney at Disneyland, and
oh my gosh,
that show takes place at nighttime. So yeah. I would hide. It was so easy to hide, and I would just jump out and terrify people. So it became a joy of mine. Such a weird joy, but I love it. And so our cast, our Mean Girls tour cast, is truly so wonderful. With everybody is getting along and just. It's just a wonderful vibe and energy to be with. So we all have kind of done it to each other. It's become quite a bit of a theme, but I decided to really, really run with this because I was like, this has been, a few years in the making now. Mm-hmm. Let's go for it. Boo You Horror. Let's go. So, and it is just kind of taken off.
Remind me to never hang out with you once the sun goes down because everything scares me. I am so skittish. But
oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Taking notes, please don't.
I can't. I'll help you, David. I'll help you. I can't wait. I have the page open, and I cannot wait to do a deep dive into these videos.
I watched all of them.
I can't wait. I'm here for it. I love scaring people as well, but I'm not good at it.
It's so much fun. And Jonalyn Saxer is actually really great at it too. Our Karen, she does the same exact thing.
Have you ever gotten Galen? We love Galen.
No, I have not yet. No, I have to spread it thin because people became very aware of, I'm going into people's dressing rooms. I'm a social butterfly on the tour, but I'll go and hide in people's dressing rooms. And so like Danny knows, Mariah knows, they come in and they look around the door and they wait. So I have to spread it out. So unfortunately, when the tour shut down, I was starting to plan, to spread the terror.
Well, whatever makes
Oh
you
my
happy.
gosh. If it makes you happy. Anyway.
Anywho, David, you're just the best.
Yes. Thank
I'm
you for
so
coming
happy to
on
see your
today.
face. Thank you for spending happy hour with us. And
thank you for having me. I loved it. This was great.
This was delicious.
I know.
It was
Just
delicious.
a little bit left. It's perfect.
And yeah, people are very excited and looking forward to when you can get back on stage. It will happen, and we're looking forward to it. And yeah, I know times are wild right now, so thanks for taking some time and doing happy hour with us. And what a happy hour it was.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me. Really, this has been, the joy that I needed in my day. So
Awesome.
thank you.
You're the best, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye,
Talk to you soon. Thank
Bye,
you, guys.
David.
Oh my God, how great is he? Also, never
So
scared
great.
me because
I was just thinking about all the ways that I want to now. So
you shan't. All right, if you're just tuning in,
we'll see.
You're late. You just missed our.
I missed it again.
You did miss it. That's twice in a row, Dylan. You're off your game.
I know. You might have to not sit with me anymore.
Well, listen. You can prove yourself tomorrow on episode 93. Speaking of episode 93, our guest tomorrow is a new definition of the Broadway triple threat. Justin Bowen was seen on Broadway in like 5 Broadway shows. He's an incredible performer, and recently has also taken to some work backstage. He's now one of like Broadway's fiercest and most favorite wig and hair designers, working behind the scenes. The man does it all, and he's just such a.
He's working on Tina now, right?
He is working on Tina, and he did Bat Out of Hell. He was
oh my God, yes.
That. He's a busy bee, and he's just the best. And he is our guest tomorrow at 5:30, and we're super excited about it. Special thanks again to David Wright Jr., whose handle is scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. If you do not follow him, do it. What are you waiting for? And once you follow that, you can also go follow his spooky, scary account. But he is headed back to Mean Girls whenever the tour relaunches, and we're super excited for him and so glad that he came and hung out with us today.
Yes.
Like I said, we're back tomorrow. I think that's all we got, right?
Yeah, I don't know. What are we doing tonight? Like, I have no idea. Like,
taking a nap.
I might go enjoy this thunderstorm if it's real. It got very spooky dark in my apartment after I said that.
It did get very spooky dark.
And
here.
I saw it in your kitchen as well. Yeah.
No, this is full ring light. There's no other light in the house.
Yeah.
It's quite dark. You guys, we're back tomorrow. We love you all so much. Wash your hands. Wear
your masks.
Yes. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes,
Cheers.
we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.